Yes.
Tell me more about them.
They started off as giant tulip type flowers, but then they turned into like dahlias, star flowers. Beautiful, deep red.
Yes.
Tiny little petals, but all star-like.
And as you look to the right, you notice a sunny patch of yellow flowers. Can you
It's a
see?
crystalline city. It's translucent. There's a sort of glow coming from it. It's sort of been here before.
Allow yourself to connect deeper. Tell me more about it.
There are people walking in the square. I miss it.
Yes. As you connect to this place, the place that you miss, as you see the people walking in the square,
They're all the people are almost like translucent. There's light shining from them. They have light gossamer robes, and it's like a crystalline city. And in the middle, there's like a fountain that everybody walks around. And this fountain is connected to has high frequency like plasma flowing from it. Everything's very pale, pinky, purpley, crystalline substance that light flows through.
as you look at that fountain,
Yeah.
the people, if you become aware of yourself, look at what you are. Tell me more about what you look like.
And one of them, can't quite see, I belong here.
And that body that you have, that looks the same as theirs, do you get a sense of whether this body is male or female? Or is it
Female,
female?
female. Although it's very, we're not so delineated here. It's, although it's more of a female vibe to the whole place, the feeling, even though I think there are males, but it's more female. My hand, I can see through my hand, but it's still a hand.
And as you really connect even deeper to what it feels like to be in that body, the one that you can see through when you look down, when you look at your hand, tell me more about what it feels like to be in that form.
the heart energy is so big, it almost it shines forth. It feels hot like a laser. It's, and so much light radiates through this space to others. And it's so easy to move. It's so light to move. There's very little substance to the body as it's just light.
Yes.
I can't quite hear it. I know there's sounds. It's very high frequency sounds. I can't hear it with my ears, but I can feel it. And it comes from the plasma in the fountain. And it connects us with other realms, other spheres.
Tell me more about that. How the plasma connects you to other spheres.
It's the sound that emanates from the plasma connects you to other spheres. There's something about ingesting or drinking the plasma in some way. And there's different there's different spouts that come from the fountain with different plasma from different spheres. And when you ingest the plasma from a different spout, it connects you to a different sphere. And it has a frequency or tone attached to the plasma. Wow.
And so when you drink that plasma that has a certain frequency or tone attached to it, and it connects you to another sphere, tell me more about what happens then.
It connects through here. And you go through a portal in the heart, through a frequency vibration to another place. Although you're still standing there, you go through it to another. Your consciousness travels along the frequency to another place. There's a connection with the whales, dolphins, these beings with this place as well. Isara shinala itota shinala kotayala shinarakis usurushkana ayla shitara sana isutoita hitara. This is where this is where some of this it comes from. God, I miss. I miss it here. But this is what some of the languages I speak. The language I speak. Oh God. Okay. So every spout connects you to a different sphere, and the different sounds that come through the light language are like connected to a different spout that connects to a different sphere, a different realm. And I'm like, oh, I'm like the fountain when I'm on Earth. And so what happens is I channel like a plasma that comes through as a sound into the realm. So I'm bringing from this central point, this city or of light, the central point that's like a hub in the cosmos. It's like a connecting point where lots of realms meet. It's like I'm connected to that, and I bring this connection to different realms through the sounds, through my physical being to the earth. So when I go to these points on the earth, I'm helping reconnect earth to all the realms that she was always connected to, and she is still connected to, but it's been tainted by the suppression, by this other energy that's coming to. So I'm waking her up. But there's another strand that's come in that needs to come into the planet now. And there are several strands that need to come into the planet now that have never been able to come into the planet before. And they're linking into this fountain. And I'm channeling that down into the earth. There are others doing similar work. But we all have specific places that are new that we're bringing. And I'm bringing something from a place that's very ancient. The earth hasn't really connected to before. There's a new thing that's happening at this time in the earth. So it's like there's a rebirth to higher frequency for earth. She is being born in a higher level, and so are we as a result. But some of us carry codes and keys from different realms that help to activate this. So we're like cells on the planet, helping to activate her to a higher level. And the place that's the new connection I'm bringing is quite it's quite far away. It's quite down a portal.
And so this new connection that you're making so that Earth can connect higher.
Yeah.
Tell us more about why that's happening now.
It's a time. It's almost preordained. Every time there's a cycle, there's Kali Yuga, and you come out of Kali Yuga. There's a new level or a new place that the planet needs to embody. And this is the time, it's just time. There's no big reason behind it, it's just the time. It's like, why does a flower blossom in a certain way? It just is. And of course, these other forces are trying to stop this because they will lose like their grip on the planet. But they were the time of the Kali Yuga, but they're still trying to grasp on. But she's moving up into a new realm and a new heights, and there's so much that will come into this earth, and so many beings will come to the earth that are of the light and bring teachings. It's a beautiful time to be here, but it's also very hard. But there's so much help coming from earthly humans who have so many strands connected to other realms. And through this work that Laura's bringing, it's helping us to connect in with more of our multidimensional self to bring this down to the earth, to throw off the shackles of the dark, because our time is limited. It's going.
Yes. So through this work, it allows us to clear away the darkness that has attached to us whilst we have been incarnated as a human so that we can connect as a clear conduit to our multidimensional selves and anchor those frequencies and codes on the planet from other higher dimensions.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
And there's something connected with this place here in the heart. It's really active. You access this place through the heart, not just the heart chakra, it's to the physical heart. There's a space in the physical heart. That's why the vaccinations, the immunizations are trying to shut this portal down. There's a place in the physical heart that we can enter into to journey to other realms, but also other realms come in to this realm through the heart, and they can only come through the heart if they're high frequency, loving energies.
Yes. So that heart portal needs to be clear.
Very clear, yeah. But it's hard to taint the heart because it's one of the last places, because it's almost like an entrance and exit point. It's very guarded.
From this place that you are connected to, that incredible energy, the place where you are, what advice or what knowledge do you feel the humans of Earth need to know at this time? What can you share with us that will help?
But we have such an ancient history and we are so loved. And the more that the darkness clears, the more that we connect with ourselves through our heart, through being in silence and not being scared of that place, the more of our multidimensional self will embody, especially as the frequency goes up. And as the frequency goes up, there'll be more and more chaos outside, because that is showing you that the human realm, more and more of our shadow element, more of our attachments are being released. And it has to come up to the surface to be released. And in those times to sit with ourselves and just to go into the heart and be in that still space. And that will anchor us into purity and our connection with our multidimensional selves. It's like almost we're the central spoke of a wheel, and there's all these other embodiments around us, multidimensional self. And when we go into that central place in the heart, we connect with those other elements of ourselves, so we can pull upon that strength as well, because many of them are aware of what we're doing here. Not all, but many. When we change, they change as well. There's a ripple effect. So it seems small what we're doing in an everyday embodiment, we're taking the child to school, doing this or that, but it's every single moment doing it to the best of our ability. We have a ripple effect out to these other spaces through time and space. We just doing the best that you can in your everyday life, as they say, chop wood and carry water. In that, we have a ripple effect. But the more that the darkness is released, the more we'll feel that connection with our multidimensional selves, but also each other as well.
Yes. So this frequency, this high frequency that she brings in, that she is anchoring on the planet, tell her more about how she needs to do that, what she needs to do.
She needs to meditate more but rather than listening to guided meditations, actually to be with herself. But part of that not wanting to be with herself was because her energetic field was tainted and she could feel that. But now, as it's clean and clear, she'll be able to sit more with herself. And in doing that, more guidance will come in.
Is there any significance for her in regards to the frequency that she carries and that frequency needing to be taken to Japan? Anything that she needs to know about that?
There's a connection between the genetics that Sam carries, the Celtic, the Mackenzie, the genetics go back to the fall. And there's something that's coming in through the genetics that's almost from this other strand she's pulling in, that she needs to take to Japan, because Japan was actually where one of the original places of this new existence started. This timeline started. Much what actually happened in Japan. So it's almost like taking this new energy to Japan to help to activate the new tree of life that's been created on the higher timeline. And the new tree of life that's being created comes out of the ocean to the southwest of Japan. And there will be a disruption in the tectonic plates that will bring up new landmass in that area. It will be the signal that this new tree of life, this new Earth timeline is really beginning. This is a preparation stage, this period, but very soon there's going to be new Earth coming up. So it's something that was stored in the time in the genetic lineage of Sam from Scotland that needs to go and plant a seed over there in Japan to help this new Earth to rise. There's some codes that need to go there through the song.
And when this new landmass begins to rise over in that area, what do we expect to see happen on the planet as a chain of events that occur after that?
There's a lot of water that will be moving and redistributed. There'll be a rocking and a rolling. And it comes from within Earth as well as outside Earth. In order to shift her energetics, she needs to change her coat, her external self. So there will be a redistribution of water and also land masses as well. It will come from outside, but also within, as within and without. So it's all divinely ordained, and it's nothing to be feared, because people will be in right places, right time. And this will change things. Yeah.
When we start to feel the effects of that, these changes that are occurring, the new tree of life being born and growing on the planet, will we see? What will we experience? What will happen? This is cyclical. It's happened many times in many places. And from this place where you are connected, you have this knowledge.
Oh. There's something to do with a flash of light. I'm not sure. Something to do with a flash of light that signifies a change happening. And this flash of light will actually change reality in a blink of an eye. There'll be lots of, it's not sure whether it's before or after, but there's just this wave of life that actually will, it's when the two planets will part. It's when there will be a division between one realm and the other. And the waviness that many have been feeling is like the beginning of the two earths beginning to separate. And in that space, once the light happens, there'll be a period of time where everything will feel quite wavy and nobody will quite know what's happening.
Is there anything that we can do to help ourselves?
Yes.
To adjust with that wavy feeling?
Keep going in and meditating in yourself. Keep going into the silence. And it doesn't need to be meditating on anything other than just sitting with yourself. So if you're feeling the wavy feeling and you've got a chance, sit down and go into the wavy feeling and sit with it. Just being with it and anchoring into the self.
So the wavy feeling is an indicator that the two worlds are beginning to pull apart.
Yeah, it's that. And by anchoring into the heart, by anchoring into the self, you go with the correct timeline. If people go into fear, there's other time. There will be a period on Earth that potentially could be quite fearful. And this is the decision point for the energy, you know, which way people go. And by anchoring into the heart, anchoring into the stillness and calm, that will help us navigate that period. Because things will bubble up more and more to the surface. More and more will be pushed out of the earth that's not of the correct frequency to go into a different realm. And by stabilizing in the center, it's like the center of a hurricane. We can keep centered while everything's happening around us.
What are the key indicators that establish which realm you end up in when this splitting of the realms occurs?
Heart. Those who act from a place of heart-centeredness. And also a lot has been preordained. A lot has been decided already, actually, although there can be last-minute changes. But there was a decision. One decision point was back in 2017. And souls at a higher level decided what path they were going to walk. Of course, there's been more adjustments at different points, so it's never completely fixed. But those who work from a place of heart-centeredness and care of others, but without diminishing themselves, so that they care as much for themselves as others. There's a certain element of there's certain ones that are not preordained, but it's just is destined, although there's some that might go either way. It's where there's a lot of fear. Fear diminishes the frequency, and a lot of self-centeredness as well, because those humans they're very controlled. They do not understand that we're all connected. So they have more work to do in a way.
Yes. And so there's many of us here on the planet that are bringing these tones and colours and codes from these different realms and anchoring that energy here.
Yeah, many. And we come from all different places and timelines and spaces. From the past, from the future, it's all now anyway. And we're anchoring these different codes and vibrations into the earth to help her to ascend or to rebirth, to be born into a different era.
Once that has occurred and this rebirth has occurred, what can the humans on Earth that are rebirthed with the Earth, so rebirthed into the light, what can they expect to experience?
It's like the place that I call home. It's heart-centeredness, togetherness, and lots of discovery, lots of finding out how to do things together, massive development. And technology will be part of it, but positive technology, because it's whatever is at the top of the technology that's important. So technology will support us as humans, not it will control us. So that's a division almost. It's like, oh yeah, there's this sort of the one Earth will be the technology will support, another Earth the technology will control. And lots of community and sharing, and not hierarchical totally across the board, and more telepathy and connection with the other realms again, with the elementals, with the earth, with nature. It's beautiful.